All right, we're back.
Talk about the.
We're going to talk about the NBA. Let's talk about the finals because that was the biggest discussion about the NBA finals about this year
I had a great time with that.
with the Miami Heat. Before we go on with that, though, we're going to talk about I'm going to talk about the Knicks and with their first round matchup against the Boston Celtics,
Listen,
which they got swept by.
got swept. We all know they should have won Game 1 because there was a blown call, clearly tripping on Kevin Garnett, and you completely saw it. And I don't know why there was no call, but we should have won that
playing
game.
at Boston.
They're playing at Boston. You got to also remember we didn't have Chauncey for the last minute and a half. So
Yeah.
now everyone's gonna say, "Oh, Boston wasn't completely healthy. Boston was completely healthy." You knew that when you signed Shaq and Jermaine O'Neal.
Yeah.
You can't expect them to be healthy.
Mhm.
Like it's a reference with with the Mets. Chris Young. The Mets knew that he was gonna get hurt at some time.
Well, he's injured.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
Shaq is now, and so is Jermaine O'Neal.
Shaq is gone.
Well, Shaq is gone. I know. I'm saying, but Shaq was,
Yeah.
and so was Jermaine O'Neal.
But everybody, I know everybody, they didn't want Boston. They wanted Miami. And with the way the Miami played against
the
the 76ers and the Bulls and the Celtics,
Yeah, they swept.
they went right through them. Yeah. And then when they hit that brick wall of the Dallas Mavericks, okay, who swept the Lakers, had a shaky first round with
Portland. Everyone said that they were going to get eliminated in that round.
I even said they were going to be eliminated by the Portland
And
Trailblazers.
then Dirk said,
and then they went on to face the Thunder. Okay, and
everyone said
everybody
the
thought
Thunder
the
was
Thunder, but I said that the Dallas Mavericks are going to win.
everyone said the Thunder because they were too young, and they were going to just outrun them. And then once they beat the Thunder, and then they were playing Miami, everyone's like, "Oh, the Miami's just going to outrun them." I said no, because if you're going to say that with Miami, you said that with the Thunder.
Yeah.
And look what
And
the
if
Thunder
the
did. The
Thunder
Thunder lost in 5 games.
But then I understand it because Miami's got the big three. Okay, they got LeBron, they got Wade, and then they got Chris Bosh. Wait, who's LeBron? LeBron James. After this series.
Oh, so we're talking about fourth quarter. Sorry.
So when you bring into that discussion about they're going to run on them, I could see that because if you say that they're going to be like if they couldn't run on OKC, what makes you think OKC can't run on Denver, Dallas? What makes you think that Miami can't run on them? Yeah. But we figured that out in the finals that it didn't matter about the first 3 quarters. It mattered about just the last one, which LeBron was clearly not even there for. Okay? It's like he didn't even show up.
I said this to you before. Okay, after game 2, when he was like, "Oh, I was playing defense and all that," or that was like game 4. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was playing defense. All right,
You weren't.
Yeah. No, he was playing defense because he was playing on. Who was he playing on? Marion.
Sean Marion.
See now that I don't understand. They had him guard Derrick Rose. They had him guard Iguodala.
Why wouldn't you make him guard? I mean, I understand he's 7 foot.
I know it's going to be very hard, but that's your best defender.
Yeah.
Come on. In this case,
you're gonna have Bosh on him. Bosh can't guard his way out of a paper bag.
Oh God!
Right?
Don't get me started on Bosh because I think he's one of the most overrated players in the league.
He comes from Toronto.
God.
Canada.
People.
I mean, it's not gonna be good.
Just remember one thing: that LeBron James, you never have more rings than this guy. Adam Morris.
He rode the bench, but he's got 2 rings.
Yep.
And you don't have any. So how does that make you feel? So how's South Beach doing for you, LeBron?
Oh, and one more thing. For Dirk, this is his name. Mr. Clutch. For LeBron, it's...
And I was just taking a look at taking a peek at the NBA draft.
Yeah.
And I just noticed that the Miami Heat, they traded their pick. The Bulls.
And the Bulls traded it.
And they traded their pick. Or no, they didn't. They got it from the Heat and the Raptors.
Got it. Yep.
So it's pretty much when you say, what do the Heat need? What do they need? When you have Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, and Chris Bosh, and you say, what else do they need? That's a bad thing.
That's a bad thing. Yeah.
That's a bad thing. When you have those 3 type of caliber players, and they need to say, what do they need?
There's no reason why you should say, what do they need? I understand they don't have a center. I understand they don't have a point guard. But you know what? You got Dwayne Wade, who can easily shift over the point guard, and you have LeBron James. You know what? I hate LeBron James. We all hate LeBron James for what happened. But you can't disrespect his game because he's got a great game.
I don't dislike him because he didn't go to the Knicks. I just dislike him about what he did to Cleveland.
What he did with Cleveland was just very...
Why wouldn't he just say to them, like, listen, I'm not coming back.
Exactly. Well, no, let's put it on TV. Oh, it's a charity thing.
Yeah.
I understand it's a charity thing, but no, you don't go on ESPN for an hour and talk about how you're going to go bring your talents to South Beach.
Yeah.
And how
evidently your talents didn't get brought there because when it came to the fourth quarter, you didn't even show up. So wherever your talent's still in Cleveland, playing against the Celtics while you're taking off your jersey halfway in the end of the fourth quarter, letting everybody know in Cleveland.
He's a quitter.
I know he's a quitter.
If he doesn't have the ball, he's a quitter. Calling that now. And I think Dwayne Wade, Dwayne Wade said to him after they won Game 3, it was, in Dallas, he said, "This is my team. So you're going to listen to what I do." LeBron's like, "All right, whatever. I'll do whatever you say." So he's not going to do anything on offense because, then he's going to pull the thing. In 3 years, this experiment right now, the Big Three, is going to go down the flames.
I know it is.
Because LeBron James cannot
Hence
play
the
with
Miami
Miami
Heat. It's just going to... And if Pat Riley doesn't step up and do something, I really don't know what's going to go on for that team. It's Spoelstra, but I'd like to go back onto my team, the New York Knicks, and they have the 17th pick in the draft. Do you see them moving up and trading with anybody? I'm going to say that the teams, the Sixers, the Pacers, the Rockets, the Suns, Jazz, the Warriors, the Bucks, the Bobcats, Pistons, Kings, Wizards, Raptors, the Cavs, and the Timberwolves. Can you see them trading up?
I don't see them trading up because, one, they have nothing to offer besides the first-round pick. If somebody wants to trade down to New York and they want to swap picks, that's fine with me. But I really don't think anybody above them is going to want to swap picks.
Yeah.
You know. Yes.
And also,
something LeBron doesn't do in the fourth quarter.
And also on ESPN today, they were talking about Jimmer Fredette and about how he wants to play with the Knicks. Personally, I would love Fredette, but we don't need him.
We don't. We have Landry.
We don't need him. We need size. We need somebody with a defense.
We need a center.
I like the guy from Morehead State. I mean, I know he's projected to go late in the draft, but like maybe a late first round. But I like him. He's got size. He's got talent. We all saw that in the Louisville game.
Stop it.
No. I'm not saying that just because you're here and you think Louisville to win the national championship.
That game,
why? We have no idea.
That game was just...
It's just the way I see him play. It's just he brings intensity. I like that, and we need something. We need size, and we need to have winning. In the words of Charlie Sheen, we just need to have that. Okay, we haven't had that since Patrick Ewing, and when Isaiah Thomas came into our team, he pretty much just.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Thank you, Susie Waldman. She just summed it up right there.
You said Isaiah Thomas. What else do you want me to do?
I know. Well, he just pretty much just
ended that conversation.
Ended our season and our career with that whole Eddie Curry mess up.
He had 3 though. Remember, he gave 3 to win.
But first pick of the draft, Kyrie Irving.
I don't think
projected. The second pick for the Timberwolves, Derek Williams. Brandon Knight, Ernest Cantor, and then Vasilij from the Czech Republic, 6'11".
If Cleveland was smart, they wouldn't take him.
So they need a point guard.
I know they need a point guard.
But listen.
I'm always
if
a believer.
If they draft a point guard, and if Cantor's still there, they got that big man that they needed.
I understand he's there. But wouldn't you want Derek? To me, building from down up, from like the center power forward position, small forward, shooting guard, point guard, building from there up is much better than building from the point guard down. Because you're not going to find that many great centers.
Yeah.
And if you can find a tall guy, like, I'm not going to say Mozgov is great, but Mozgov was 7 foot something.
Yeah, why we needed to give him to Denver?
Denver, I don't understand why they needed him.
Him.
They didn't play him. They barely played Raymond Felton too.
It just amazes me.
But you take Derek Williams the first pick. Mm-hmm. It's a small forward right there. You also got Jameson and J.J. Hickson too.
Yeah.
So you get him,
But also,
So if Cantor's in there, left there, then I'd say pick Cantor too. So then you got Cantor and Derek Williams, big men right there to begin with. So you got teams thinking they can't drive in. And not to forget, Baron Davis did not play that bad on Cleveland when he got traded there.
yeah, but they also said though too that the Cavs might get Kyrie Irving and might get Brandon Knight, which I think is just completely out of line because they need a big man. And why would they draft
a
two
point guard
guards?
and a short shooting guard that can barely drive in?
And why would they draft two guards that are very young, that don't really have a sense?
And Irving that played 5 games.
Irving played like 8 games. Okay, and it's depressing on what teams or what kids are doing now, where they go, oh yeah, let's have a one and done season because I had a good time in college for the first year, and I'm just gonna opt out. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But
So, what do you think we get for that? No.
I want to say yes, but I
would love
no.
to get for that, but